Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Development Adelaide, episode number 7. Now, when was the last time a railway line opened in Adelaide? Was it 20 years ago? 50 years ago? Well, actually, it was 68 years ago when the train line between Woodlands Park and Tonsley opened back in 1966. So it's been a long time, but tomorrow is going to be a special day because the Port Dock Railway line is going to be opening, which will be the first spur line in 68 years. The original railway line to Port Adelaide opened in 1856 and terminated at St Vincent Street in Port Adelaide. There's a photo in the top right corner there if you want to see what the original station looked like. In 1916, the line was then further extended to Semaphore and the Lefevre Peninsula. In the imagery from 1935, you can see the overpass that was built over Commercial Road in Port Adelaide. Imaginatively, it was named Commercial Road Station, but is now known as Port Adelaide Station. In the early 1980s, the Port Dock Station was closed down and was later replaced with the Port Adelaide Police Complex, which you can see in the top right corner, and also the current site of the National Railway Museum. By the year 2022, almost no remnants of the original Port Dock Station were visible. Then in 2017, the then Labor government announced that the Port Dock railway station would be reopened to service the new developments that were occurring in Port Adelaide. And that's when the roller coaster of the Port Dock railway station really started. It was first announced in the 2017-2018 state budget, but then when the new Liberal government came in, they duly cancelled the project due to cost overruns. However, once the Malinauskas government came in 2022, they made a commitment to reopen the train station, which is now currently being delivered. And here we are in August 2024, and we're about to open the new Port Dock station and the Port Dock railway line. So let's have a look at the services and how they will change for all commuters running along the Outer Harbour, Grange and Port Dock railway lines. So let's have a look at the current services first. So the usual service we have to Outer Harbour is all stops to Outer Harbour. Then we have peak-only services, which are Outer Harbour to Port Adelaide and then express to Adelaide. We've got services from Osborne, running all stops to Woodville and then express to Adelaide. And then also some services from Glanville, all stops to Adelaide. And of course, then we have the Grange line, which stops at all stations. The future services will really be a little bit different. So services for most of the Outer Harbour railway line will run from Outer Harbour to stopping all stations to Alberton, then skipping Cheltenham, running to St Clair and Woodville, and then express to Adelaide. Now, in peak, there will be additional services, which will be running from Osborne to Woodville, and then express to Adelaide. In the evenings, and that will be the only time where services will stop all stations between Outer Harbour and Adelaide. And then, of course, we've got the services from Port Dock, all stations to Adelaide, and Grange, all stations to Adelaide. So how will this affect different stations along the railway line? So Glanville will lose a whole bunch of services in the morning peak towards the city. But all in all, there'll be a lot more services for stations in between, especially Port Dock, Alberton, and St Clair and Woodville. In the evening peak, heading towards the suburbs, there'll be a lot more services again to Woodville, St Clair and Alberton and Port Dock. But there'll be a few reductions in going to Glanville because some of the services to Glanville will now be replaced by Port Dock services. So hopefully this video has given you a bit of a background into the Port Dock railway line and the services that will be commencing tomorrow. I hope you can all join me for the first service tomorrow at 6:30. I'll be there doing a live stream, of course. And very excited to see this new railway line opening up. So hope to see you then. Bye for now.